to another great week on the Jet Set. Coming up on today's show, we're taking you to visit our favorite educational destinations, starting with a Tennessee nature center that doesn't fail to impress as well as educate.
And of course, I have your travel headlines coming up on Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com.
All this and much more is about to take off. You're watching the Jet Set.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready to go? Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. It's time to Jet Set.
It's time to pour a glass of travel news on this week's edition of Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com. Viking announced an expansion of its Egypt fleet with the Viking Aten, a state-of-the-art river vessel inspired by the design of the award-winning Viking longships and built specifically to navigate the Nile River. Viking Aten is currently under construction and is scheduled to debut in September of 2022.
Right.
Sailing on Viking's popular Pharaohs and Pyramids itinerary, the new vessel will join Viking's existing Egypt river fleet. I can't wait.
I cannot wait. With the combination of a Viking cruise and being on the Nile, I mean, I am so ready for this.
Well, Viking's chairman, the chairman of Viking, Torsten Hagen, said Egypt remains a top destination for many of our guests who are inspired to discover the rich history and beauty of the region. The addition of the Viking Aten is a reflection of our continued investment in Egypt. We look forward to introducing the country's cultural treasures to even more Viking guests in the future.
Listen, Torsten, I am ready. Well, you guys know I love the Viking. We both just absolutely love Viking. It is the top of the top of the top.
It absolutely is.
Just luxurious, so I am ready for that. September 2022, I'm ready.
Your bags are packed now.
They actually
Well, speaking of, Google is planning on more people traveling this summer, so it's rolling out some new handy features like up-to-date COVID-19 information, destination ideas, and helpful guides. Now, according to Travel and Leisure, Google will now display COVID-19 travel advisories and restrictions when you search for destinations, flights, hotels, and more, providing information about possible mandatory quarantines or COVID-19 tests. Now, it's also going to display a toggle that users can switch on and off to receive direct emails notifying them of a change in the restrictions, which are, of course, then specific to states and countries that you're traveling to, because things do change very quickly.
That little toggle thing is going to come in very handy because, as we all know, things are changing literally hour by hour,
do you know how to turn on a toggle?
Day. No, I just go, Bobby, do it, toggle, whatever.
You know, it is interesting though, because some places are rolling back some restrictions, but some still have it in place. In fact, I was just talking to someone who is still going on their honeymoon to Croatia, but she needs to get a COVID-19 test within 48 hours of arrival. But the flight is like 15 or 16 hours. So you have to find a place that's like literally handing it to you just before you leave.
Well, I was just at John Wayne Airport over there in Santa Ana, and they had a COVID place at the airport.
Wow.
And when I go to Mexico, someone's coming to the house to give me a test so I can come back to the States. Now, that's this summer. Who knows what's going to happen in another month or so?
Yeah, really.
That's why you need to watch us and have Nikki News so you know what's happening.
And turn that toggle on.
And give it to Bobby so you can turn the toggle on.
I wouldn't go give them to me. I'm starting to not really like this thing. I'm starting to be like, you could take mine. But I mean, they're also, Google Maps has also been, a lot of people have been relying on it for road trips, especially when they didn't want to get on airplanes just yet. Google's been there for people.
You're doing good stuff.
Googie.
That's what it is. You Googie something.
But what Google Maps is also doing is fine-tuning road trips as well. So if you are going to like travel through certain states, it's going to tell you the restrictions or the quarantine rules in each state. But that's something I also never really understood. Because
who's gonna know?
Yeah, who's stopping you?
How do you even, I don't know. And I also think that's becoming less and less of a thing. Although sometimes I'm going into self-quarantine.
Anyway, we'll be right back in 30 seconds with more of the Jet Set.
While we were in Knoxville recently, we stopped by the eGEMS Nature Center, a great place to hike and bike and connect with nature that's minutes from downtown. eGEMS also rescues and cares for lots of native animals. Check it out.
IAMS is over 300 acres. We have everything from over 12 miles of hiking trails. We have paddleboards, canoes, and kayaks that go on at the quarry. We have biking, mountain biking, greenway biking.
There's some animals here, animal rescues here.
There's animals, yeah, we work with TWRA and a lot of rehabbers locally, and we have a little exhibit hall with our animals, and then we have a lot of animal ambassadors that will go into the schools, that will talk to camps and kids, and just learn about the wildlife that's here and the ecosystems that are all around us that people don't even realize. We have an exhibit hall inside our visitor center. Our visitor center is filled with lots of fun exhibits. We have a hallway art gallery, and we have a gift shop that holds over like 70 local artists. But the big picture that everybody wants to go see is our exhibit hall. And we have lots of animals that are non-releasable, that we've partnered with all these organizations, and you're actually going to be meeting one here in a little bit. Hi.
Hello.
Jeremy, who do you have with us here today?
Yeah, I have Harley, our Eastern Screech Owl, here with us today.
Oh my goodness.
Each animal is here for a very different reason, but Harley here, our Screech Owl, is here because she doesn't have a left eye.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a very common injury for owls. She had a car accident. She wasn't driving at the time, she was flying. But yeah, she hit a car and she lost her left eye. And so without that eye, she can't really hunt on her own too well. So she's here at IMES, where she gets to live the life eating mice and kind of chilling out all day. But she also does help us with our education programs as well. It's very rare that you get to see an Eastern Screech Owl, at least this close. So she helps us educate about owls and their life cycle and just kind of everything cool about them.
We've got to take a quick break, but we'll be back in just 60 seconds with more of the Jet Set. I wonder what's coming up next.
I have no idea.
I don't think anyone here does. Summer is a great time to tackle that home maintenance to-do list, but figuring out where to start can be a challenge. Joining us now to help us out with some great ideas to save you time, money, and frustration is home care expert at Angie, Bailey Carson. Welcome to the Jet Set.
Hi, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
What maintenance projects should be our priority this summer?
Yes. Well, first I'd start with anything you know you should be tackling. So if it's a leaky roof or gutters and downspouts that need to be cleaned, things that can be causing water damage, which lead to real problems down the road, tackle those first. If you don't have those issues, a project that I always recommend is weatherproofing. So we know based on our cost data at Angie that this has a great payback, and it's pretty simple. So caulking or weather stripping your doors and windows can be a great way to keep that AC in this summer, keep the heat in this winter, and save on your utility bills all year round.
Are there any projects that should not be delayed?
Great question. Nothing better than the feeling of productivity that comes after a DIY project, but nothing worse than a DIY fail that's really costly to fix or get redone. So at Angie, a great tip we have is the 3 T's. Time, tools, and talent. And do you have them all? I often ask my husband when he comes up with a new project, Kevin, do you have the time to do this? Meaning, can you take the time to really research this and then get it done right? Do you have the tools? So do we already own it, or are you going to have to buy something or rent something, which could be expensive? And then finally, do you have the talent? Once you understand what's involved, do you feel confident you can get it done right? Or should we probably call in a pro?
How should we prioritize and budget home maintenance projects?
Yes, download the Angie app or visit Angie.com. We have tons of great project ideas, cost estimates, and access to hundreds of thousands of expert pros across the country.
Thanks for joining us, Bailey.
Thank you.
California is fully open and welcoming visitors to make up for lost time. Joining us now to discuss what you need to know before you visit, live from beautiful Napa Valley, is President and CEO of Visit California, Caroline Bateta. Hello, Caroline. How is Visit California celebrating the state's reopening?
We're so excited. We actually have this great campaign called Dreaming On in California, where we've invited people to submit, experiences that they missed during the pandemic, that lost human connection, graduations, weddings. And so we've been celebrating these throughout the state. And that's why I'm in the beautiful Carneros Resort today in Napa Valley. We're doing 10 weddings of couples that are coming throughout the nation today to celebrate weddings postponed.
What should travelers think about when planning their trip to California?
Well, flexibility is key, but I have to tell you, our hospitality industry is so excited to roll out the red carpet. So whether you're interested in gateway cities or are beyond the gateway destinations, really just doing the homework, planning in advance, but we really have something for everyone and a comfort level that suits everyone here in California and all new experiences.
Where can we go for more information?
Visit California.com. That is the best place to start your planning itinerary. Lots of itineraries, experiences, as well as links to our local destinations and resort experiences.
Thanks, Caroline. Want to keep a better eye on your home this summer? Lifestyle expert Justine Santinello has a couple of products that can help. Hi, Justine.
Hey there, thank you for having me on the Jet Set. I partnered with Arlo to give you extra peace of mind and total protection, whether you're home or away. So we all want to see who's at our front door, right? Here's why I like the Arlo Essential Wireless Video Doorbell. You can easily see visitors from head to toe or a package on the ground, which I love. And once the doorbell is pressed, it sends a live HD video call right to your smartphone. For added security in the backyard this summer, day and night, check out the motion-activated Arlo Pro 3 floodlight security camera, which features a powerful LED floodlight. Because it's 100% wire-free, you can place it anywhere and not be limited by the power source. It provides crisp video, color night vision, a built-in siren, two-way audio, and it's super easy to charge. You can check out both of these at arlo.com. Happy summer.
Thanks, Justine. Looking for something special for your next get-together? Tom Sandoval, star of Bravo's hit TV show Vanderpump Rules, is here now to tell us how T-Mobile is merging technology and mixology to celebrate its 5G network and the start of summer. Hi, Tom.
Bobby, thank you for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Now we hear T-Mobile is launching something totally new. Tell us about it.
Yes, so T-Mobile basically now they're covering 300 million people nationwide, literally everybody in the US. And why not celebrate that beautiful moment by launching an awesome 5 gin as well as a 5 ginger beer. So I partnered up with them and we created the Magenta Squeeze.
We've got a bottle of the 5 gin right here. Thanks for sending some over to us. So now let's put it to work. You said that you have the Magenta Squeeze today.
Yes. So I'm going to walk you right through it. It's very simple, very nice, very light and refreshing. We're going to do 1.5 ounces of the 5 gin. Boom. Now we're going to do 0.75 ounces of the pomegranate juice. Now we're going to add 0.5 ounces of fresh lemon juice. It's Meyer lemon juice from my tree, by the way. And then we're going to add a bunch of ice. Don't go light on the ice. Let's add a bunch of ice. And we're going to throw that shaker top on, give it a little spin, and we're going to start shaking. Then if you want to release your Boston style shaker, just give it a tap right there on the top. And you pour the contents while leaving a little space at the top. Your 5 ginger beer to the topper. Now we're going to add our 5 ginger beer. Actually, I already have one open right here. There we go. Do that. Then we grab our basil. We give that a little smack to release the aromas. We have a lovely garnish, but also a nice scent before you take your first sip. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Magenta Squeeze.
If only you were here in studio with us. That looks amazing. Well, where can we go and get more information?
So you can go to t-mobile5gin.com and you can pick up your own limited edition 5 gin, as well as we're doing 6 packs of the 5 ginger beer. and you can make the magenta squeeze yourself.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, cheers to you. It's 5G o'clock somewhere.
We've got to take one final break, but we'll be right back with more of the Jet Set. Don't go anywhere.
Okay. I think we're all itching to get out and travel, and if you're like me and looking to go somewhere a little off the beaten track, look no further than St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine lays claim to being the oldest city in the U.S., and it's known for its Spanish colonial architecture as well as Atlantic Ocean beaches. We had the chance to visit this amazing town and share it with all of you. Check it out.
The beaches in St. Augustine are undeniably spectacular, but the oldest city in the country also has a lot to teach us. From the architecture to the monuments, there's history around every corner.
But we had to start with what attracted Ponce de Leon in the first place, the Fountain of Youth. What is going on? It's not a pool though, you have to drink it. You can't just jump in. Fill it up, Nikki. It's your one and only shot. You ready? Cheers. You can pour it on top of your head too. You just got to ingest it.
We met Luis in Old Town. He's one of the best people to tell the story of the layers of history in St. Augustine.
Luis, downtown is beautiful. I've never toured St. Augustine before. I don't think you have either.
Beautiful, and what a perfect day.
Can you give us a little bit of an idea of what we can expect to see?
This place is fantastic. You know, it's so elegant to begin with. And if you look around you right now, you're gonna see so many important places. You know, when we go back to the era of exploration and discovery, this place was it. It is the oldest European settlement that was established in the continental United States. Before here, they had already settled down in the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and then this place. As you tour it, and I'm going to show you, you're going to see evidence of all this era, you know, early colonial times by the Spanish, a period that the British took over for about 20 years, and that's all reflected in the architecture and all these wonderful places to visit.
Oh, I love it. So we are right now in the Plaza de la Constitución.
Oh, that's perfect Spanish. Yeah, this is Plaza
Better heard than me.
If you look around you, very similar. You know, it's a typical setup of a Spanish plaza pretty much everywhere in the Spanish Empire. You know, where I'm from, we have 78 municipalities. Each one has a plaza just like this one. So I'm going to show you Plaza de la Constitución to start. You know, we can summarize our history from what we're going to be seeing here.
Okay.
Monuments that date from the early colonial days through the civil rights movement, through onto Henry Flagler's era. So many things to see and do.
Well, I'm ready to get started. What about you, Bobby?
Me too.
All right.
Well, let's go. Guys, this is the oldest street in the United States.
Whoa.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It's also called the Hospital Street because the Spanish military hospital used to be right behind me here. Nowadays it's a museum, but in those days, that's where they would treat their wounded, you know, fighting, and somebody gets hit with a bullet, they would bring them here and they would take care of that. Maybe just cut up the whole arm, you know, depends on what the need was. But they knew how to do it. And it is indeed the oldest part of town. So the town grew at the plaza where we were and continued to expand southwards on this area.
We also got to see the site of an important event from the civil rights movement.
The incident here happened because Martin Luther King organized this march, and they were just marching from their area of town on the south side to the plaza to create awareness of what we're fighting for. And they were met here by the opposition, baseball bats, you know, beatings, and these students reacted to that, this protest, and they did that by doing what they did here. They went into a Woolworth, they were all over the place, go to the counter, sit down and don't give up their seats. They were supposed to. You know, there was segregation in those days. And because of this incident, and another incident placed right here, Congress acted on the Civil Rights Act. They passed it, because they realized, the significance of what was going on, and that happened here in St. Augustine as well. So when you look at our history, you have all these different periods. You have the earlier colonial and all that entails, and then you have civil rights. Well, Henry Flagler first. We're going to look into that now, and he reshaped the whole city. And then in the 1960s, we have the civil rights movement in St. Augustine.
Of course, we had to eat after all of that walking, and we found Llama, run by Marcel Vizcarra, a genius young chef from Peru.
I mean, look, the plating of this food is
artistry.
absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
So did you always cook before 2016 like this, or was this part of the experience you wanted to bring?
I always try to cook like just not food. I always try to give a little extra. I was cooking since I was 8. Like at home, my mom was training me pretty hard. She was my toughest critic. Yeah.
What is this? Because this is maybe my favorite thing ever. Can I have some more of this, please?
Yeah,
What is that?
I'll make you more.
We have to take a break, but more of the Jet Set is coming right up.
Chase and IHG Rewards are teaming up to help you leverage your travel points to make up for the trips you missed in 2020. Take a look.
All of us could use a vacation, and the smartest way to bring your dream trips to life is to plan ahead, leveraging travel points to book a stay while paving the way for future travels. Chase and IHG Rewards are offering more opportunities to make up for the trips you missed in 2020. Starting May 27th, new IHG Rewards Club Premier Credit Card members earn 150,000 bonus points after spending $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. This summer, make your stays count even more by registering for IHG Hotels and Resorts Summer Promotion, where registered IHG Rewards members can earn up to 3 times bonus points on qualifying stays through August 16th. Plus, IHG Rewards Club credit card members can earn up to 6,000 additional points. Visit IHG.com/3x points for more details. Terms apply. To learn more about the IHG Rewards Club Premier Credit Card and set your travel dreams in motion, visit IHGRewardsClub.com/Premier Card.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.
You know, I could use a pool with no other kids there. That sounds great.
You know what happened to Brad and I in Palm Springs, right?
No. Do I want to know what happened?